Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here with another episode of Kerbal Space Program 1.2 Career Mode. We are heading back to Minmus with a few more tourists here. Edstead and Lisby want to both fly by Minmus and land on Minmus. Edstead's contract will be fulfilled. Then all we have to do is land on the moon with Lisby. We are also recovering space data from around Minmus and planting another flag on Minmus. And I'm thinking the poles are where we are going today. I have Science Junior on the nose with our assorted other science experiments on board. Our goo there, accelerometer there, thermometer there, and barometer on this side. So let's get to the launch. Valentina will be in charge of this mission once more with our two tourists on board. Let's SAS on, let's full throttle, and off we go. Just tilting over just a little bit to start getting that easterly speed. We can go a little bit more north than true 90, which is fine. We can sort of nestle into Minmus orbit. I have some Separatrons on these guys, on the very tip tops of them, to make sure that when we stage these liquid fuel tanks, we'll fly away from our center section, and hopefully the skipper engine here will have enough oomph and gusto to get the job done. Once we get into a more stable orbit, I will check our map and help out our inclination to see if we can adjust on the fly, which will be better than trying to do it all at once. Picking up a lot of speed here, about to fire off those liquid fuel engines, and there they go. Away from the rocket, they will plummet right back down to the surface, and we are slowly losing our surface speed, but it should be coming back since we are burning off fuel from this section. Let's go ahead and check the map. We are going to be 20,000 or so. That is fine. Let's set Minmus as our target and see how our inclination is. 7.3 degrees, and it looks like that is our ascending node. Let's pick up the nose, 7.4. So we need to go a little bit more north. No, a little bit more south. Should be fine. And we're almost right on with our positive vector here, which is excellent. Once that goes down, we should be fine. I don't want to go picking up any more lateral speed just yet. Once we get about 45 to 50,000 meters or so, we can pitch over more, start getting up some lateral speed, and then I will have that stability assist hold there, so at a 45-degree angle. We are starting to see some disparity here, so I'll just aim a little bit north. There is our true orbit vector, which is really what we're interested in. We should be fine as far as atmosphere goes. Yep, we're still pointing nice and even. 5.8, so our inclination is dropping. Once this hits or rounds out to about 65, we will point true prograde and really start really picking up lateral speed. 5.6 on the mark. 5.5, just sort of nudging this more south. Not a too vicious turn here. We are almost out of fuel, so we're going to keep on burning right along that positive vector, and then this poodle engine here will be doing the work. All right, 85,000. Let's go ahead and start the burn, get our maneuver set. And I guess we could finish out. This is our ascending node, so we want to push this down a bit. 5.6, 6.2, 5.4, 5.3. It almost seems like not that good of a return if we try to adjust our inclination here. We'll just circularize our orbit and go from there. There we are. It's going to be a minute-long burn, but our engine will change. So we can't really trust those numbers too awful well. Let's extend these solar panels up and get on the mark as best we can. We are falling behind, so let's full power here, right on the mark, and try to do what we can here. Once this burns out, it is up to the poodle to get going. This orange tank will smash back into the surface, and off we go. See ya! So it's only a matter of time here until we reach Minmus. We have plenty of fuel, I believe, with this 2-layer tank and this poodle engine. We should be okay, is what I'm hoping. Let's point prograde and keep that there. We should be fine to circularize, and then if we can, we will try to use that Oberth effect to slingshot us away from the planet and get us going in a more Minmus-y direction. If Minmus-y isn't an adjective, well, it is now. Yeah, we'll have plenty of fuel, I believe. I didn't want to cut it close like last time. Last time where we just barely had enough fuel. Sure, it was min-maxing to the max, but I kind of want my margin of error, and we are carrying a Science Junior on board, which is heavier than what we are used to seeing. All right, so we are almost in an orbit now, which is what we were aiming for. And there we go, the camera changed. And we will cut the throttle right there. And now, we're all set. 5.4 degrees, we might be able to get away with it and fire here at the ascending node. That way we don't actually have to do an inclination change. In a perfect world, that would be awesome. It works out because our periapsis is pretty much on that node. And there we go. There's our encounter with Minmus. You've seen this before. I'll go through the motions, and then once we are ready to land on Minmus, or once we get to Minmus, I will be back with you. So one moment, our intrepid Kerbals will head out in that direction, and I will see you shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to cross into the Minmus sphere of influence, and of course, our mission was to retrieve or transmit something from space around Minmus. So that is our first goal here. 2 seconds, we will have that transition. There we go. Actually, we want to be facing retrograde to our orbit of Minmus to get us ready to slow down. We need some data from space around Minmus, so nothing better than, say... Oh, of course the seismic scan can't be done. Let's just do a temperature scan. I mean, it's technically science from outside. Oh, of course I don't have any comms device. Well, we'll just hang on to it then. Let us do a crew report here and keep the experiment, and then Valentina will hop out, take the scientific data, and then store the experiments, hop back on board, and that will be that mission fulfilled. We have 2 check marks here. Our flyby Minmus is complete for both Kerbals, and now we are ready to bring this thing down As a matter of fact, let's get into more of a polar orbit here if we can. Let's pull. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, if we could do something like that and come over the top, that would be cool. So a 12-second burn for us. I think we have enough fuel for that. Stability mode on here. And let's just burn it. Adjust our orbit while we can so we can come over the top. And then when we land on the poles, we kind of want to do it on the day side. So let us head out to our periapsis and add a maneuver to bring us right down around Minmus orbit. And assuming we're not on the Terminator, then we should be able to get that done here. Let's warp to the next maneuver. We'll be going right under Minmus here. There's old Minmus. And I know we haven't been to the poles, so that will be perfectly fine. A lot of good science data for us there, I imagine. Luckily, the sun is to our left, so we have full solar panel capability. And we want to burn at 6 seconds if we can. Full burn. Retrograde will come over the top. And then once we get into a circular orbit, we will pick out a landing place to see where we would like to land on the poles. Actually, let's just keep on going. Let's bring this right down. 2,000 meters may be a tad too much, but once we get here, we'll be able to go essentially full throttle in reverse and bring her down. Wherefore is Minmus? There's Minmus. We can see our previous flag flying by under there. Awesome. So let's SAS and go retrograde. We'll flip the craft over. This definitely looks intimidating for sure. Good, solar panels are adjusting. We can almost like reach out and touch this guy. Landing gear down. Looking for a place to land. If we could like kill our orbit really close to the surface, that would be amazing. So there we go, slowing down. All right, there we go. Now we want to go to surface mode so we can essentially kill our surface speed. We'll have a little bit of sun. It almost looks like the sun will be setting once we come down, which is perfectly fine. All right, here we go. Let's finish off here and just push this marker to completely vertical, like so, and go retrograde. Valentina will bring us straight down. Let's rotate our spacecraft so the solar panels will get full charge and we won't be left as a dead stick. We should have enough fuel to leave and get back, I'm hoping. It's a shame I can't like lose some of this weight and disconnect some of this stuff. Look how low our shadow is. Shadow will be coming up pretty quickly. Yeah, unfortunately, since we're not along the equator, whoop. Yeah, let's just bring her down like so. No, come back down, come back down, come back down. Excellent. Just sort of hand flying the craft, doing my best to get it pointed straight up and down. But SAS is off and we are now landed on Minmus. 2 more of the destinations are complete, so the tourists are free and clear. Where exactly are we here? In the Midlands. We haven't been here yet. We will keep that experiment. I don't think we've been to the Midlands yet. Nope, seismic data from the Midlands. Excellent. Let's get goo from the Midlands. A lot of science here. Let's get a barometer from the Midlands. You know what we need? We need to actually take that out, then get the Midlands. We'll log the temperature for 80 science. We will do a crew report from the Midlands. You know what? Matter of fact, we actually did a crew report, didn't we? Yeah, let's just log the pressure data from here, 120 science. We'll get Valentina out again on EVA for 80 science, and then take a surface sample for 300. We're going to be rich when we come back. Now all that's left is to collect the data and plant a flag. So Valentina will make her way down to the surface. Off she goes. And let's plant a flag here for the Midlands. Excellent. All right, site name, Midlands. So we are all set for that. All right, Valentina. Come back down, please. All right, here we go. Let's get the barometer data. Easy does it, Valentina. No need to slam into things. All right, let's head up and grab the thermometer data. Ouch, hit the solar panel. She's a ragdoll. Plop. Up you go. Let's try this again. Clickety, 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 clickety. Hey, Valentina, why you no grab thermometer there? There we go. Take the thermometer data. We'll grab the accelerometer as per usual. We'll grab the mystery goo, even though it'll tell us that it will be rendered useless. That is fine. And then, was there anything else that we needed to grab? I think we already grabbed the barometer here. Yeah, we did. Excellent. Let's get back up to the top, to the ladder. We'll grab the Science Junior data. Excellent. Let's take all the data out of there, store everything, and we are ready to go home. Another successful day here. We've planted another flag for another $307,000, a very profitable endeavor. Now, which direction do we want to take off in? We actually want to be going this way. So we don't want to we want to go left of the sun, essentially, which is a tough call. We want to be heading this way, and I'm not exactly sure what direction that is. That should be east. So let's SAS on. Let's just give a little throttle to get off. Okay, so it's not the 90. Let's go a little bit more south. I believe it's more this direction here. So southeast, and let's point it a little bit more east. All right, we're ready to go. Landing gear up. Let's go on the positive vector here. Just get off the surface, and then we will do as we do. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, if we add a maneuver and we just go for broke here, that'll get us out of Minmus orbit. Oh, there's a Mooner encounter. Not sure what that would do to us. We essentially want to be coming down to about there. Which we could do that. Just enough to get off of Minmus here. 15 seconds certainly ain't bad. And then we can modify our orbit as we do. So you've seen this before. I'll just speed through this section here. as per usual, and then we will land, see exactly what we've got from all of this. But pretty excited for what we've got. Should be a whole lot more science for us, and we should have enough juice in the tank to get back to Kerbal and get things done. There we go, cut that one. And then the rest is just gravy. So that's going to do that one. I shall speed this up, and we will be coming back, and it looks like almost in a Kerbal polar orbit. So stay tuned. It is about to get fast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set up for our initial approach, and it looks like Antarctica is flying by. We don't get to see the polar ice caps much, and as a matter of fact, that might not be a bad space plane mission to undertake. Just head out to the poles of Kerbal and get that science from there. Doesn't look like we are going to be coming down, well, I mean, we're kind of on a way to the Kerbal Space Center. It could be a lot worse is what I'm saying. So that certainly isn't bad. Once we hit the atmosphere here, we will turn retrograde and burn everything we got and then do our separation. So here we go. Let's slow down as much as we can. We did get all the science data from these instruments, so no harm there. We're hitting the atmosphere. Slowing down still as much as we can, and we will be ready to separate. There goes that one. We are now at the mercy of physics, and we're starting to catch up the thing that's burning up in the atmosphere here. The ablator is taking the beating, though, and it looks like everything is being funneled around our parachutes and our Science Junior. There that goes. I'm surprised that hasn't been destroyed by now. It looks like we're going to be coming over the ocean, and Kerbal Space Center is just over there. So maybe a 75% value. Well, there goes that. The solar panels in that bottom stage are now blowing up and catching fire. But yeah, let's head back down onto the surface, and I will see you back at the Space Center, where we see exactly how much science we brought back. So I will see you in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, splash down. I am pretty sure we've got the, we've got everything from the oceans, so no worries there. Let's recover this vessel and our tourists. See if Edsy will join the astronaut corps. We got 1,000 science just from that mission alone. That is incredible stuff. 5,500 funds back at 76% of the value, like I thought. And Edsy and Lisby is ready for their next assignment. They are level 2s, which is awesome. Did that fulfill? Yes, we fulfilled the scientific data from space around Minmus, and Edstead's itinerary is all done. So that is that. Whoa, what did I do? What did I do? No, stop. Stop. What are we doing? But those contracts should be complete, and they are indeed. So, Edstead's itinerary is complete for another 120,000. We also got 98,000 just for a crew report around Minmus. So definitely can't argue with that. In the next episode, you know what? Let's just look at this one. Why don't we? Let's see. High performance fuel systems. Oh, some big engines here. That is definitely something that we will be interested in seeing. Let's go ahead and research the biggest of the big. The biggest of the big fuel tanks there. What do we have in the realm of electronics and science, though? Fuel cell arrays and battery packs, unmanned tech, the xenon gas, probidobidine, oh, advanced science. So there is our, oh, gravioli detector would be very nice indeed. And we'll have enough for that. Let's do that. And then 550 science for that gravioli detector. That is awesome. That can probably net us a bunch of science. So there we go. We've spent all of our science so far, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 nodes left, but unfortunately, they are the most expensive nodes, so we're not going to get them very quickly. We can finish off actuators and then finish these out, but it's going to take some interplanetary stuff to do this one, I think. But that is going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what kind of contracts we have. Orbit of Kerbal, more flybys of Minmus, orbit of Minmus, conduct temperature surveys of the moon in certain areas, the orbit around the moon, test the protective shell orbiting the sun. We might work on one of these orbital stations. Just a station in orbit of Minmus, has an antenna, docking port, and can generate power, at least 5 Kerbals, 500 units of mono, and maintain stability. I think we can work on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. Why not? But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. And I will see you in the next Kerbal Space Program 1.2 Career Mode video. Thanks for tuning in, and take care.